All right, everyone, we are recording. So welcome everyone to the Social Media Success for Real Estate webinar series with Escrow Options Group. I'm Melodie Tao, also known as Marketing Melodie. I'm going to be your presenter for today. Before I get started, I'm going to have the Escrow Options Group team jump in and share a little bit of information about themselves and their company, and then we'll dive right into Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Melodie, and really appreciate your coming on and leading this webinar series for us. I'm Allie Jackson. I'm one of the sales executives in the San Diego County with Escrow Options Group. And Kimberly, say hello.
Hi.
Kimberly Welsh is the sales executive in Orange County. And Tom Blank, say hello.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tom Blank. I'm the Regional Sales Director for Escrow Options. Thank you for joining today.
And so glad that that you can all join us today. I just want to take one moment to tell you a little bit about Escrow Options Group. We are one of the largest independent escrow companies in Southern California. We have 12 branches across 5 different counties. And being an independent escrow company, we are regulated by the Department of Business Oversight. We are SOC 1 and 2 certified, and we are also the only escrow company that has been trained in cybersecurity by the FBI. So you can be confident that we are taking good care of your clients' fiduciary responsibilities. I also just want to mention we focus very much on service. So we have some wonderful programs like a complimentary concierge notary service for sellers. We do have a market altos reports, which is something that can really help you in securing your listings when you make listing presentations. So you want to know a little bit more about that, or would like to see some of those real-time data reports, just reach out to one of your reps and we're happy to show you how those work and how we can assist you with that. So we also provide upfront HOA assistance, which is a wonderful convenience and helps keep your transactions on track. But that's just a little bit about Escrow Options. We could talk all day about it, but we are actually here to hear Marketing Melodie. And I love working with Melodie. I really appreciate her joining us today, Melodie, and teaching us a little bit more about the Facebook basics. I've worked one-on-one with Melodie Tao. She is a fantastic coach. She understands real estate, so she really has a great perspective on how realtors can take advantage of social media to grow your business. So without further ado, Melodie, jump on in.
Thank you so much, Allie, and the Escrow Options Group team for having me here. I'm super excited to present this webinar today because Facebook, despite what people are saying, is still one of the top places for realtors to prospect, to generate revenue, and to really stay connected to their sphere. Just to get an idea of who's in the audience, how many of you, and utilize the chat, I want to make this interactive, so I don't want to just be talking to you the whole time. How many of you log into Facebook every single day, at least one time? Type in yes or no. If you log into Facebook every single day, at least once, type in yes. If you don't, then type in no. I want to get an idea of who's logging onto Facebook daily. And so far in the chat, I'm seeing everyone say yes. There's one no from Lori, but the overwhelming majority of people are saying yes, that you do log on to Facebook every single day. So John says sometimes too much. I feel you right there. Sometimes it's on my phone. I can just open it and close it nonstop. So that goes to show that you yourself are logging onto Facebook daily. And that also means probably the people in your sphere, your friends, your family, your network, they're probably also logging into Facebook at least daily. Now, how many people think that they log on to Facebook at least 5 times a day? Type in the number 5 if you log in at least 5 times a day. So I'm seeing more yeses here. Tom says 5, John says 5. I'm seeing a lot of 5s in there. So that is 5 different times you can log on and see different things on Facebook. That's not uncommon. Sometimes I'm even logging on 10 times a day if I'm on my phone and I'm out and about and on the go. So that's why this webinar is going to be important for you to understand and set up the basics to really show up professionally and to show up in a way where people keep you top of mind when it is time to buy or sell their home. The goal of using social media is not to get someone to call you right away, list or sell their home, and then immediately you make lots of money. The goal is to really stay consistent, and it's to stay in front of people. So when they do have that real estate need, they will think of you and they'll know where to connect with you. So first, if we're not already connected on Facebook, I would love to connect with you on there. My Facebook page is Marketing Melodie. So pull out your phone, because I know you guys all have it on your phone. Pull up my page, and if you want to like and follow my page, I post updates on there. And I also post different resources. We have a series of 3 more webinars with Escrow Options Group. I'll be posting those on Facebook as well. But I personally do utilize Facebook as one of my top channels for marketing my own business. So I would love to connect with you. Pull out your phone, follow or like me on Facebook, whatever the option is. And then after that, I will see if I can tag you guys in a screenshot at the end. If you guys pull up your cameras, and I'll post it on Facebook for everyone to see. But that's if people pull up their cameras, and a lot of you guys are still camera shy. I always say when we're at a presentation, don't be shy. You want to show up how you want people seeing you. So you don't want a black screen or a black face that's blank when you're, out and about showing homes. So feel free to put up the camera. Don't have to look perfect. There is a setting on Zoom that you can touch up your appearance. Don't know if you guys knew that. It's kind of like a filter on Zoom. So if you didn't know that, that's a little trick that you can access in case you don't have makeup on, or in case you just woke up. All right, so let's continue on with a quick welcome here. I want to just get an idea of people who are interacting today and kind of create some conversation. We are missing that face-to-face interaction right now with limited networking and live in-person events. They are coming back. However, there are still most of the things done online, and I like to create that opportunity for people to connect and network still. So if you see anyone in the chat or anyone in here that you want to connect with, feel free to message them. Feel free to take this conversation offline. You never know who you're going to meet, even if it's at an online event. So type in the chat box. This question is a general question. What are you looking for? You don't have to be relating it to real estate. Maybe you want a referral for a restaurant. Maybe you're looking to hire someone for organizing your home. Maybe you are looking for a specific item. Type something you're looking for. And I like to ask this question because people see what other people are looking for in the chat, and maybe you can help each other. So if I say I'm looking for a swim instructor for my daughter, and someone knows one, then they can connect with me and say, hey, my daughter took this swim instructor. Why don't I connect you? So type in the chat what you're looking for. Again, doesn't have to be related to real estate, doesn't have to be anything related to real estate, but it can be. Maybe you have a buyer or seller need. Type that in. I'll give you guys a second to do that, and I'll read out some of the answers. And if there's anyone that can connect with another person with what they're looking for, then I would love to see that happen on our webinar. Don't be shy, you guys.
So Melodie, to clarify, you want us to type in the box like what we're looking for?
Yeah, anything that you want. Maybe a referral for something. Maybe you're looking for a good book. Maybe you're looking for a recommendation for a movie. Maybe you are looking for a business need, maybe a notary. Anything you're looking for. I'm just creating the opportunity for networking right now. For example, I had another webinar where someone said that they were looking for a specific attorney, and then someone else connected them with that attorney. So Robert is looking for a used golf bag. If you have one for sale, connect with Robert. So that's perfect. It doesn't have to be real estate related. Tammy is looking for how to find content for social media. Well, Tammy, you are in the right place because I have all that information I can share with you. And then Crystal says, I may have a golf bag. So that's great. Well, I see the connection right there. Robert and Crystal, you might want to connect and get Crystal's golf bag. Allie is looking for social media existence. Also, this is the right place to do that. We'll go over our social media existence. Lori is looking for an assistant to do all of our social media. Okay, so this is another place. Maybe you have an assistant that you want to refer. And then someone's looking for a coach. Is it Q? Is looking for a CPA. So if you know CPA for creating a Scorp, I'm not sure what that is, but
S-Corp.
S-Corp. Connect Q to.
It's called an S-Corp. So it's a way if I use
S-Corp.
business.
Yes, I know what an S-Corp is. The way it was written looks like it's Scorp.
Right, Scorp.
Okay, because there was no dash. Okay.
Yes, I am also looking for a scorpion too.
Yeah, Lorna is looking for someone who owns a Baskin Robbins franchise. And Tom is going to text you. Looks like he might know someone who can help him with an S corp. All right, anyone else type in anything you're looking for? More social media exposure, which is a lot of people. A lot of people are typing in positive things about social media. You guys are at the right place for that too. But hopefully we'll make a connection for the CPA. Hopefully we'll make a connection for that golf bag that someone's looking for. If you think of anything else you're looking for, type it in as we go. Patrick wants exposure. All right, next question to continue getting to know you guys. What year did you join Facebook? You can estimate if you want, but this is going to date some people. So what year did you join Facebook? I will tell you that I joined Facebook. Well, actually, let me have you guys guess. Can you guess what year I joined Facebook? And just shout it out if you have a guess. And then type in when you joined yourself.
Did you join in 2008?
I joined before 2008. So I see a lot of 2009s, 2008, 2016. Some people are later. So I joined in 2004. I was one of the first people that was joined Facebook because I was still in college. So that does age me a little bit. And it was only available for people in college. So if you joined in 2004, you're probably a millennial. And if you joined a lot later, then you probably aren't. So I see Ali joined. Is it Ali? Aaliyah? I can't read the name. It's going to 2004 as well. So we're probably around the same age because you could only join if you were in college.
Yes.
All right, next question. I see a lot of 2008. So some of you guys have been on there for over a decade. Some people just a few years, but there's a handful of people that are over a decade like myself. Last question is, what is your favorite thing about Facebook? For me, I love to see the memories pop up. There's a little memories box you can click on every day, and it shows you on this day last year or 3 years ago, 5 years ago, this is what you were doing. They're not always positive memories, but it does remind me, how far I've come. Or maybe there are things I'm embarrassed about. Oh, I can't believe I looked like that when I made that video. But it's always good to see those memories pop up. Connect all over the world. Yep, that's a great benefit of Facebook. You can connect with anyone all over the world. What's something else that's your favorite thing about Facebook? Tammy also says memories. Roy says family. Great place to stay in touch with your family, creating new relationships. Found back my classmates. Yep, loving to reconnect with people. So as you guys can see, there are a lot of, the birthdays is always fun to see people's birthdays. There are a lot of positive things about Facebook. Another reason that we want to make sure that we're taking advantage and utilizing our Facebook profiles properly. Okay, so I'm going to have you guys continue typing in the chat so you can really participate and be a part of this. Now type in the number that applies to you. Maybe it's all of the numbers, okay? Type in the number 1. If you are frustrated with a Facebook algorithm that seems to constantly be changing. So you feel like people tell you to do this and do that, and then all of a sudden you feel like you're not getting exposure. If you feel frustrated with Facebook for business for this reason, type in the number 1. I'm seeing a lot of ones right now. Type in the number 2. If you post on Facebook, but you don't feel like people are really paying attention or seeing your updates. If that feels like you, type in the number 2. And again, you can be all 3 of these or none of these. I'm seeing a handful of 2s as well. Type into number 3 if you've ever logged into Facebook to do business, but find yourself scrolling around in random people's pages, random people's photos. You're looking at someone's dog's birthday now, and you kind of just go down that rabbit hole where you kind of forget that you were there to do business. And then now you're looking at random people's photos. Has anyone ever done that on Facebook? I know I sure have. So that is a squirrel, is what Holly Jackson said. So one way to avoid that we'll talk about is to have dedicated time to do business on Facebook. That's the first kind of general tip I'm going to recommend, is that you want to dedicate a specific amount of time where you're logging on Facebook to do business for prospecting and connecting and networking, just like you would put on your calendar a time to do this webinar, or a time to meet with a potential seller, or a time to go see a home. It needs to be a dedicated time on your calendar, so you treat it like an important appointment that you wouldn't want to miss. Even if it's just for 20 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, you do want to have that time carved out on your calendar to do networking and prospecting with Facebook. So here's some fun facts I want to share about Facebook that are pretty enticing for us to be on there. Facebook is the most used social media platform in the world. It boasts over 2 billion users. That's more than any other social network that's out there, more than Instagram, more than LinkedIn, more than TikTok. There are more users on Facebook than any other place. More than 1.4 billion people are using Facebook groups every month. And I wanted to bring that up because Facebook groups is another place that you can utilize for networking and for prospecting. And then 2/3 of Facebook users visit a local business page weekly. So this question is, how many of you have a business page? If you have a business page, type the name of the page or type the link in the chat so we can all see and connect with your business pages. I shared mine earlier. It's Marketing Melodie. So if you haven't gone on there, make sure you go on there. But what is your business page? All right, I love seeing all these business page names on here. Awesome. All right, let's continue on. I love seeing all the interaction and how a lot of you guys are already on Facebook. This webinar today, my goal is for you to take something away and to apply it right now, meaning no opportunity wasted. You don't have to do everything, but if you can get one little nugget, one thing that you can start applying, then it will be a successful webinar. I will be sharing multiple things. Just take one, even if the one is something I already shared, such as putting a time on your calendar to dedicate to networking and prospecting on Facebook. And then I love this quote about consistency. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. So if you show up on Facebook and you are scattered and you're not consistent and you're kind of posting every couple weeks, and that's how you're showing up, that's the result you're going to get. You're going to get inconsistent results. If you're showing up consistently and you have a strategy and plan, then you will have more consistent results because you are showing up that way. So the first main tip that I want to share for getting set up and having the basics ready is checking your privacy settings on Facebook. How many of you have gone into Facebook anytime recently and checked the privacy settings? This is, I'm seeing people kind of shaking their heads saying no. This is really important because you want to make sure that the people you want seeing your posts are able to see it. Now, when I am using my personal profile, I make all of my posts related to business public. I want someone who's Googling me and going on my Facebook page to see my Facebook personal profile and to see it associated with my business. If you are using a business profile, it's already public. I'm going to go ahead and share my Facebook profile. I'll share with you where to check your settings, and I'll give you some tips on that. And then I want you to, right after we go on this webinar, go on your Facebook settings and check the privacy settings on all the different things I'm going to be going through right now. So has anyone done it recently? Let me know. Or if you haven't, just say, no, I haven't checked my privacy settings ever. I want to get an idea of who has done that, because that's one of the first basic things I always let people know that they need to do. Lots of no's. There are some yeses. That Coach Q says yes. Tom says no, I have not. So if you have already done it, you are further ahead in the game. And I'm seeing Ali says yes. Well, Ali, because we've worked together, so you've checked your settings. And then Patty and Ernie are saying no, no, no. All right, so let me show you a couple things that you want to be mindful of for your settings. It's probably going to take off this screen share here. Oh. Let me pull this up. So as I'm pulling this up, I'm going to bring this screen over on this side. You should be able to see my Facebook profile, but oh, I don't think it's visible yet. Hopefully it'll pull over. Do you guys see my Facebook profile right now? I think I just pulled it over. All right, can you guys see it? Give me a yes if you can see it. All right, awesome. Okay, so this is my Facebook personal profile. So it's not my business page, it's my personal profile. You want to make sure that when you go on your personal profile, you check the privacy settings. On the top right, there's this triangle. That's kind of this upside down triangle. You're going to click on that triangle and then click on settings and privacy. So you have never done this, which it sounds like a lot of people have never done this. You're going to want to do this to make sure everything is set up the way that you want to make your profile visible to highlight your business. So when you go on here, there is a button that says settings and privacy checkup. So I'm going to click on the settings first. Now, when you're on the settings, you're going to want to make sure that you have the proper email that you want people to email you on. Now, I have my personal one right here because I use my business page, but if you want to put your real estate email, you can put that, or your business email, put that here as well. So definitely make sure that the email is set up properly, because people are always going online wanting an easy way to contact the person that they need. So if you are a real estate agent and you're not easy to find your contact information, people are going to move on to the next person if they're researching. So it's really important to make sure your contact info is clear. So I'm going to click on this edit. I also actually do list my business email right below it. You can add on your personal email and your business email, but you do want to make sure that your business email or the email you want people to contact you on is visible in the settings on Facebook. So now I'm going to go over here on the left-hand side to your Facebook information. Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to bring this up because I get questions about this. People ask what this is. Down here, and this is kind of sad, but this happens, and there's a button called Memorialization Settings. So if you ever got something happen to you, God forbid something happened to you, you can decide if someone gets to manage your profile and log in and kind of take over and say, this is a memorial page. I would definitely, I've done that myself, even though, you know, you never want that to happen, but it's a good way to make sure that your profile doesn't get hacked or that it doesn't get taken over in case something happens and you can't go on Facebook anymore because you're in the hospital or something else worse happened. So that's called the memorialization settings. I would take a look at that and set that up as well, especially if you have a lot of business information on your Facebook.
Excuse me, how did you get to this page here setting? I can't get
Okay,
there.
so I'm going to start from the beginning, just to walk you guys through it. Okay, so this is my personal Facebook profile. I'm logging on to Facebook. I click on the top right where it says my name, and this is my whole profile. Okay. Now to get to the privacy settings, on the top right, there's a triangle button. Do you guys see the triangle button? It's kind of an upside down triangle. I click on that, and then I click on settings and privacy. Right, so I'm going to click on settings and privacy, and then I click on the settings button. Okay, so the settings button. It takes me here. This general account settings is where I changed and updated my email. Right below it is the memorialization settings that we just talked about. Okay, so if I continue on, I'm going to go to the navigation bar on the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to click on your Facebook information. Okay, so your Facebook information is another place where you can download, a lot of people don't know this, your information and activity on Facebook. So this is where it says download your information. So if you want to download all the information on your Facebook profile, you can click on this button right here where it says download your information. If you want to access your information, there's this top button right here that says access your information. I'm showing you guys this because the majority of people never knew to even go on here. They've never seen this before on Facebook. So they may have been using Facebook for a while, but they somehow never checked their settings. So this shows posts that you've liked, things, you know, that I've recently searched, and it says the things that I've been doing in case I ever want to know. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm back to the privacy settings portion. And then on the left-hand side, I'm going to click on this privacy tab right here. Okay, so this privacy tab. Now, this is something that I want you guys to keep in mind if you are doing business posts on your personal profile. So there's a setting here that says who can see your future posts. By default, I have made all my posts public.
Mm.
Now, you don't have to do that. You can make all your posts by default just to friends only. I've chosen it public, and when I don't want it to be out there to everyone, then I change it on the individual post. And here's how to do that. Okay, so when I choose who can see your future post and it's public, I'm going to click on my home page again, which is my name on the top right. And I'm going to be making a post. Automatically, this button here says public. So now everyone can see the post. If I want to change it from here, then I click here and I say only my friends. Or I can say specific friends, or I can customize it and choose a friends list. Now here's where it gets a little bit easier to target people. If you are working in, for example, Alley, you want to target real estate agents, you can create a list that is all of your people and friends that are real estate agents and choose that list to only share the information for them. So for example, this is a real estate list that I have. Okay, so I'm going to share this post and it's only relevant to people who work in real estate. So for example, maybe I'm sharing this webinar. So now that post only gets to people on that list. I'll show you how to make the list later. You're probably wondering that, but this is how you check the privacy settings for each individual post. Now you can see if you make a mistake, that's okay. Now this post here, this is the post, just I have a little side business where I make charcuterie boards and grazing platters. So this is a public post. If I make a mistake and I don't want this public, I click on that little icon and I can say only friends can see this post. Okay, I can change it right there. Now if I scroll down, this is one just to post. And I use my personal profile a lot for personal things. I don't post too much business. I feel like people get bored. I use my business page for that. This is a post just taking my daughter out to a gym, a play gym. It's a public post. This is another webinar that I'm speaking at, and it's public because I want people to see it. I'm trying to find, most of mine are public, but I think this one was like a Mother's Day post. I did a little staycation and I just wanted friends to see it. I feel like people researching me don't need to see that I'm taking a vacation on Mother's Day, right? So that's only to friends. So you can definitely cater your posts for specific people. And the setting you choose will determine how it shows up automatically. And then you can change it if you want to change who each individual posts go to. Okay, so another thing with the settings, I'm going to go back to the settings to do that. Remember, it's the top right corner, the upside down triangle box. It's called settings and privacy. And then I can see all these different things as far as newsfeed preferences. Now, this is preferences on how I want to see my newsfeed. I can favorite people. So if you're wondering on Facebook, how come I don't see everyone's posts and I want to see this person's and I don't see them? This button is manage favorites. You can choose, I believe, 20 people to add on here. And then for some reason, it's not popping up right now, but that's the button you would click and then it should let you choose. All right, can you guys hear me still? I think my computer froze or something. Not doing anything. All right, there we go. Here we go. All right, so these are some of my favorites. And I have favorites for a lot of my clients and their business pages because I always want to see their information, right? So when I clicked on there, I just close it on accident. You click the star next to anyone you want to favorite and you'll see their posts. So that is the first thing I want you guys to check is your privacy settings that are the basic general settings. The next thing related to privacy that's going to be important for highlighting your business on the left-hand side over here, this is going to be your intro. You want to make sure that certain things are public, such as maybe listing where you work. Okay, so right here, this is public, marketing consultant, social media speaker, social media educator and speaker at Marketing Melodie. That I want it to be public. My Instagram, I want it to be public. My website, I want it to be public. Now let's go through how to find and make sure those settings are public. You click on where it says edit details. And then if you guys aren't talking, go to mute yourself. I hear some background noise. I'm not sure who that is. Now, when I go on here and I see my business listed, how do I know if it's public or not? Click on this pencil icon as if I'm going to edit it. And then I'll know it's public if I have this globe next to it where it says public, similar to when I create a post. If it's not public or if I don't want to be public, I would say friends only. I always make sure that my business and company is public so people can go on there and know what I do, if in fact you are using this for networking and for business. You can go then to contact and basic info and make sure that my phone number is just for friends. However, people can easily find it. If you're in real estate, you might want to make it public. People want easy access to calling you. But I can change that to public, and I can click on that button and change the phone number. If I have a business number, I can do that. Or I can just leave this number, and if I want to click public, just click the public button right there. So this is a place you want to go to check to make sure that your email and phone number are public if in fact you're using it for business. Same right here, social media links. I want all of mine to be public, so I put that on there. I have my birthday. My birthday is public. I don't put the year. I was born in 1984, but I just don't put that. I feel like that's not as relevant. And I had some questions coming in right here. If we will get the recording. So you will get the recording. Your whoever invited you here, your escrow person is going to send you the recording. If you don't end up getting it, feel free to contact me and I'll make sure you get it some way or the other. I know most people are here because you were invited by Escrow Options Group. There might be some people here that just saw this and signed up, but we will make sure that everyone gets the recording some way or another. So if I don't want my birth year, I put only me and no one else can see that, but it's on here. Things, religion, political views, I leave that off because I'm using this for business and I work with people of all religions and all political affiliations. So that doesn't matter to me. If you're someone that feels one way strongly over another and you only want to work with people who believe A, B, and C, then you can put that on there. But I generally recommend not putting politics or arguing or engaging in politics on Facebook if you're using it for business. Up to you though, some people like that as part of their identity. So those are the basic things I want you to take a look at for settings. Okay, there's the privacy settings, and then there's the settings that are on your actual profile on the home page. Any questions about that? If you do type them in, I'll get to them at the end. I'm going to move on to one of the next points that I want to share. But the number one thing that you want to do before you really start going all out and using it for business is to make sure your settings are done properly so that people can see what you want to put out there and to make sure that you're properly visible with your contact information. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. And then I wanted to go back to the slide and I want to just share a fun fact with you on Facebook. Now, for anyone who was on Facebook in 2004, like I was, this is what the login looked like. It's a lot different from now. You can see here, it says we have opened up the Facebook. It used to be called the Facebook. At Harvard University. Harvard was the first place you could go to use it because that's where the founder went to school. So you can see this is what it looked like. It was called the Facebook. And I want to do a quick trivia question. Who was the first face of Facebook? This guy right here. Anyone can tell who that is? Type a comment. If anyone guesses it, I will give you, or the first person to guess it, I will give you an extra raffle ticket. I didn't mention earlier, but we are going to be doing a fun raffle at the end for those of you who are staying the whole time. So if you're here at the end, we have a fun raffle. You'll get to win either a one-on-one laser marketing session with me or a Virtuance photography package. Both are amazing prizes, but anyone guess who that is? If you guess, the first person who guesses, don't look it up. So you can't look it up. Someone says Steve Jobs or Alice Cooper. Someone says Eddie Bowie. Let's do a couple other guesses in case anyone can tell who that is. No looking it up, just by looking at it. Who do you think that is? Roxana got it right, Al Pacino. And I'm curious, Roxana, how did you know that? Because that's a very unique fact. Roxana will get an extra raffle ticket in the wheel if she stays till the end. So thank you, Roxana. That is Al Pacino. Al Pacino was the first face of Facebook. And she says his nose, distinct nose. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read a fun fact for you guys about this. Al Pacino was the first face on Facebook. A very early iteration of the site displayed a header image featuring a man's face obscured behind binary code. The identity of the man could not be seen clearly, but it later came to light that the face was that of acclaimed actor Al Pacino. No idea how they chose him, but he was the first face of Facebook. If you ever go on Jeopardy or get that question asked, you'll know because of this webinar today. All right, number 2. If you're going to be using Facebook for business, you want to fully optimize your personal profile. Now, in the next webinar series, that's next Monday, I'm going to talk about your business page and how to set that up. Today, we're talking about the basics on getting set up your personal profile so that you can look professional when you're on Facebook. Optimizing your personal profile. I'm going to go through different areas that you are going to want to make sure are set up properly to make sure that you're optimizing your profile. So I'm going to pull back Facebook up again. Nope, disappeared there. So the first thing that people see, especially if they're going on mobile, is your Facebook intro. Most people and most of my clients that I work with in the beginning, they do not have a Facebook intro. So I want you, if you don't have one, to make sure that today you update and have a Facebook intro. If you already have one, then that's great. Let me know that you have one. If you don't, let me know. So tell me yes or no, do you have a Facebook intro? This is the intro right here. It's going to be a little blurb about something related to you, just a couple lines. I'm a professional speaker, social media consultant, real estate marketing. I put a couple personal things. I'm a girl mom and I'm a yogi. I love doing yoga. So this shows up right away. And especially if you're on mobile, it's the first thing people see when they click on your profile. I always recommend having something related to your business front and center right there. So does anyone want to volunteer their profile who has one already so I can show what it might look like for someone in your industry? Anyone want to volunteer? Don't all jump in at once. So everyone's saying, I need one. No, I don't have one. I'm gonna pull up Allie's. I think Allie has one. So I'm going to pull up Allie's personal profile. Yes. So Allie says, mom of 2 sons and fur baby, sales rep, escrow options, marketing expert, Michigan transplant to California. That's perfect. So it's a couple things to let people know about you, but you want to have that because that is definitely a way for people to see right away what you do. Do I have to write my real estate license in there? So Luis asked that question. I would definitely check with your brokerage or the company you work with on the rules on how you can market yourself and put yourself out there. I can't speak for every real estate agent. I know some agents do have their real estate license on there. Are there any agents who have a profile that I can check? Denise, I think she put her name there, so I'm going to look her up. I don't know.
Melodie, they should have their license number on anything they market. So it doesn't hurt to be oversafe because there's
It's your personal profile, so I don't know for sure, but it never hurts.
If they're using it for marketing, they might have to. That's the only thing.
Got it.
So, like you said, talk to their brokers.
So Denise, I'm going to look you up because you typed your name in. So Realty One Group, here is awesome. So she has mom, wife, realtor, taking in all that life has to offer, the good, the bad, and the great. So I like that right away people see she is a family woman. She's a realtor and she has a fun kind of a positive quote on there. So this is a brief way to just let people know that, hey, I'm professional, I'm in business, but here are some personal things about me. Roxana, I'm going to click on Roxana's. This is the last one and I'll move on because we want to make sure that you do that. So if you don't have this, that's my one takeaway for you is that you want to make sure you have the, oh, it's pulling up the Zoom link. It's copying the Zoom link for some reason. I'm going to type this in. And first, okay, so this is her business page. For some reason, your personal profile isn't popping up, Roxana, so I'm not sure. I do see your business page though. So maybe it's not under a public place to search. So I do not see your business page. I just don't see your personal profile, I see your business page. All right, so I'm gonna go and oh, she gave me the link. All right, let's see if this link works. Your loyal advocate and effective negotiator, buying, selling a home, more than just a transaction. So that's definitely also a great way for someone to read right away what you're doing. So there's no formula for this. You just want to make sure it's personalized to what you do, and you want to have something, you don't want to leave it blank. So another way to optimize your personal profile, a lot of you already have, is that you want to make sure, if you haven't done this already, that on this left-hand side, you have linked your job to your company business page if you have one. And you want to make sure that you put all the information that you want visible for your business on here. So I have all my social media profiles. I have my website. on here. You might want to put your website on there, because this is how people get to know you related to your business. Ali says, someone was asking how to make lists. That's my next tip, Ali. So I'm going to jump right into that after we talk about the optimizing your profile. Next, for optimizing your profile and having people go on there and be able to see something, is that you can go down here and you can have featured photos. Okay, so I have one that's more personal, like family photos. And then I have on here marketing photos, and because I'm a LinkedIn Learning instructor, I have LinkedIn Learning photos. So I would highlight some real estate photos right here. Steven says, how do you edit that? How do you edit the photos? Is that what you mean? So to edit that, you'll just click on the button on the left-hand side when you're logged in. It'll say edit featured. When you click on edit featured, I can add a new featured photo, and then I can choose a different photo to add. So if I want to add this photo and feature the grazing platters I make, I can click on that, and that'll go, I'll click on next, and then I'll say, but I would have a album here, or have a featured that's related to real estate, so people can see that right on your profile. So I'm going to save this, and then now you've seen, once it saves, you can see that it's on here. So I have my grazing platters, my family, my marketing photos, and you scroll in my LinkedIn Learning. I'm going to remove, I'll leave it on there for now, but I want my marketing stuff to show up first. So you have to add it kind of in the order that you want it to show up in. All right, so let me go through a couple more things for optimizing your personal profile. Then we're going to go into how to make friends lists. I do want to be mindful of the time. I know we have about 15 minutes left, so I will get through this last part quickly. So when you are on your personal profile, you want to definitely make sure that it's very easy for people to tell what you do. That's why I mentioned right here, you want to link your business that you work at first. I'm going to show you how to do this because people kind of get confused on this part. Okay, so when I click this part right here, click on edit details, the part that shows up first is my work information. It's called workplace. So I want to link where I work to my Facebook business page. If you don't have a personal one, link it to your brokerage. To do that, I'm going to add a workplace if I don't have one, or I'm going to edit a workplace if I already have one. So if I already have a workplace, I'm going to edit that workplace. And then once you click the edit button, you have to click again, these three dots on the right, and then click on edit workplace if you already have one. Okay, so for the position, you type your title. For the company, you want to make sure that when you're typing in the company, you choose the drop down that is the company page. So for example, if I work for, let's say, Escrow Options Group, I'm going to choose this and I'm going to type in until I see the drop down and put that as a connection. Now, if I'm Kimberly, I'm going to want to personalize it more and connect to my own Escrow Options page. So I would choose Kimberly Welch Escrow Options. So for me, I'm just going to connect it to my own business page, but you want to choose the drop down. If you don't choose a drop down, it doesn't hyperlink to the business page. And a lot of people will go on your personal profile trying to find your business information. Okay, so the last tip that I have, and I'm not even going to go back to my slides yet because it's just to create those friends lists that we talked about for your personal profile to help you easily be able to invite people and to target people on Facebook. So here's how to create the friends list. There's several different ways. Okay, first, I'm going to go back to my home page. There's this friends button right here. Okay, so this is all my friends. Now you can go through this and one by one find people and add them to a friends list. So right here, this is my friend Shelly. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to click on edit friend list. Right now she's on my close friends list. I'm going to add her also to my yoga friends. I can remove her from close friends, but I'm going to not actually do that right now, but I'm going to click close friends again. And that's where I would do it. Now you're probably thinking, how do I even create those lists? So I'll show you a different place. This is kind of a challenging place to do it because you have to go through people one by one, but here's where else you can do that. I'm going to click on my my news feed, not my home page, my profile homepage, my news feed. So the top left, this F button. I'm going to click on the F button. Now this gets to my news feed. and I have a navigation bar here on the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side, I'm going to click the see more button if I don't see it right away. And then I scroll down and there's a button here that says friends list. I'm going to click on the friends list. And then these are the friends lists that I have. If I want to create a list, I can create one and I can type in escrow prospects. And I can add people here right away. So I will say Allie Jackson. Let's see, Tom blank. Okay, so I can either add it from here. Once I already have the list created, I can go to the main friends list I showed you and add people one by one. So I'm going to close this. I'm not really going to create it, but here is another example. So I'm going to click on this real estate prospects. And then now the cool thing about this is everyone on this list, I can click on that list and I can see their posts. So if I want to be visible, and I created this actually as an example for an event. So there's 18 people on this list. I can see all of their posts. If I want to stay top of mind and show up and make sure that they see that I'm on Facebook, I can go on here and make sure I'm commenting, liking their posts and their things. So I don't have to see 100 people that I don't know. I can go on here and target it, just the 20 people that I'm targeting that I want to stay top of mind to. So that's a really huge benefit of creating these friends lists. When you go to create a Facebook event, for example, this webinar, and instead of looking through your 1,000 friends and inviting people individually, you just choose the list of people you want to invite and invite everyone on that list. So I do a lot of events for realtors. I have several realtor lists. All I do is click and invite them all at once. So I don't have to scroll through finding the individual realtors. Roxana says the friends list option isn't showing. Okay, I'm going to show you one more time how to get to the friends list option. So you're going to click on the top left, the F button. And then if you don't see it on the left, click the see more button. It's called see more, and then scroll down and then find it from there. So that should be where it is. If it's not showing up, then it may be something with your settings, but click see more, and there's a button called friends list right there. So I'm going to go back to the friends list and show you one more thing, and then we're going to kind of do a little recap, wrap up, and then our raffle for everyone who showed up. So right here, if I want to click on my friends list, these are individual friends. Let's click on see more friends. Okay, I can get back to this place where it shows me all of my friends, and I can add the people from here to specific lists. Okay, I'm going to click the back button, and then here are back to my individual list. If I want to go to my Marketing San Diego events list, these are people that I invite to my San Diego events. I can also click up here and add people individually to the list. So I'm going to add Allie to this list. That's her page. And then I can add people this way. And then I can also click on manage list. So I can edit the list, rename the list, delete the list. I'm going to go ahead and edit the list. And when I edit the list, I can take people off or add people. So I'm going to uncheck her and I'm going to finish it so she's off the list. So that's where to do that. So Roxana, hopefully you found it. It's not as easy to see because you have to kind of click and then scroll down, so it's not visible immediately for everyone. So that was the third tip for basics for setting up your profile. Create the friends list, which we just went over. And now I want to bring up a couple of things. Actually, let's see. I want to share my laser marketing session with you, and then we're going to do a raffle, and I have the bonus. And then we have Q&A. So we are here till 12. I will stick around for 15 minutes after for Q&A, but I want to make sure we get all the information done by noon for people that have to leave. So if you felt like you learned something today and you want a little bit more hand-holding to do this, to really create a strategy for your Facebook, to really set this up properly, I offer something called my laser marketing session. That is something that Allie has done personally and a lot of other agents. And here's what goes into it. I'm sharing because we're going to raffle off one of these sessions. Kimberly right now is busy in the background typing in this wheel of fortune. She's going to spin the wheel and one of you will win one of these sessions. In these sessions, I can help you create your fully optimized profile. So if you today were like, what the heck did she do? That was too fast. That's why the one-on-one sessions, I can kind of handhold you to do that. I can also help you create content ideas so you know what to share. We'll go more into that into the next session. Again, today was just the basics, but next Monday I'll go deeper into that. How to create content that's attractive, that's going to get people to click and like and share. Another thing we can do is really create a strategy for you to help you generate more leads and sales, because you don't want to be spending all this time on Facebook and find that it's just a waste of time. You do need to have a strategy and a plan for generating revenue and getting new clients if you're going to be spending all this time on Facebook. For more information about my sessions, go to my website, marketingmelodie.com/laser. And then as I share this last thing, I'm thinking hopefully Kimberly will be ready for the raffle after. As a thank you, I'm offering a bonus course. This is called Live Video Strategies. It's my LinkedIn learning course, my newest LinkedIn learning course that you can access, and I'll tell you how to access that course. Now, live video on Facebook, we'll talk more about that next week, is one of the most popular ways to get visibility on Facebook.
Excuse me, please. Can I interrupt? Can you go back to the other screen, because you were super.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through. Okay, so here's the other screen.
Yeah, thank
if you
you
want to
very
take a
much.
picture of it, but I'll go through it later. Too, if you want to me show it again. Okay, so if you want access to my live videos course, teach you how to make Facebook live videos and live videos on any other platform, here's what you need to do, and this is just a bonus for everyone on here. If you are a premium member, you already have free access. You can go on LinkedIn Learning, look up Melodie Tao or look up live video strategies, and my course will show up. It's already free. If you're not a member, you're going to look up the course and it's going to ask you to pay a fee to LinkedIn. It's like $29 that you pay directly to them, not to me. However, I'm going to show you a backdoor way where I'm going to give you free access to the course. So here's how to do that. You're going to add me on LinkedIn. When you add me, make sure you send me a message, and you have to send me the message. Otherwise I won't know and I won't be able to reply. We have to be added, and you have to send me a message, and I will send you a special link that gives you free access to the course. Once you open that link, you have 24 hours to watch it. It's a 30-40 minute course, easy to complete within 24 hours. You do need to keep in mind that if you don't have that much time, you can always watch it on a faster speed. I always watch my courses, to be honest, on a 2x speed, because I talk fast and I'm able to listen fast. So if you want that bonus course, you can do that. Otherwise, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to turn it back over to Escrow Options Group. Hopefully you took at least one thing away from today that you are able to apply to growing your business on Facebook, just starting with some of the basics we talked about. I will bring it back to that slide also with a laser marketing session for people that wanted to see. And then Allie, Kimberly, Tom, take it away. And I'll stick around at the end for more Q&A.
Hi, can you unshare your screen real quick? Sorry guys, let's see if we can. Hi, I'm gonna do this real quick, and we're gonna do our Wheel of Fortune. Bear with me. Okay.
And Kimberly, while you're pulling that up, could we introduce Nina Hagee from Virtuous?
Please go right ahead. I'll get ready for this and let's let Nina do her thing. That'd be awesome.
Nina, if you could just unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about how your company marries art and science and helps sells homes.
Hi, thanks, Allie. We are different than any other real estate photography solution. We are a real estate photography solution that's backed by science. Virtuance was started by doing research into the psychology of what it is that makes those buyers click on a photo, and took that data and created the only processing system in real estate photography that ties the art to the science of marketing online. And for all you Realty One agents, we are your preferred photography partner all across the country. So if you're looking for a way to get more eyes on your listings, Virtuance is here to help. So we have the wheel up.
Yes.
Is this first raffle for the Virtuance package, and what will they win? Can you tell us more about what they win?
Yes, and I'll spin for you when you're ready.
Okay, the Virtuance package, we are giving away the complimentary photo shoot from Virtuance, which is our 25 HD real photo package. You get the value of that and you can put it towards any of the services that we offer. And we're super excited to be partnering with you, Melodie. The combo between you and I together is always amazing. And with the Escrow, the three of us, we are a trifecta. So excited to be part of the event today.
All right, so for the raffle, are we doing 2 different raffles or does one person win both prizes? Let's just clarify so we know.
2 different.
Okay.
We're gonna give
Two
you
winners
different
today.
opportunities, yes.
All right, so let's go ahead and make sure you have to be present. So if your name gets chosen, you're not here, you're not gonna win.
That's very true.
Let's do, how do I get the raffle? If you're here right now, your name's on the raffle. If you don't see your name.
Yes, I made sure everybody on the list are people that have attended this class. So we appreciate and say thank you. So we want to give something away for making it to the end. And who do we want to do first? Melodie or Nina?
Let's do Nina first.
Okay, here we go.
All right, who's the lucky winner?
Right on the line.
Mary from my
Mary.
Huntington Beach office.
Congratulations.
Are you there?
Steven says, I'm not on the raffle. How do I get on the raffle? All right,
I
so
did not
who
expect
said
this,
that?
but okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Who's not on the raffle?
Steven
Stephen
George
George.
says, I'm not on the raffle.
Okay, we'll get you on that raffle. He should.
If anyone doesn't see themselves on there. And then someone did get an extra raffle prize who guessed the, did you write that down?
I did. I put her in twice.
I got
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now are we ready to do the
Somebody
next?
else said, sorry, somebody else
Yeah.
said they weren't on the raffle. Did you see
Who?
that on the chat?
Oh, let's see.
Our Leah Morales.
Nope, Argelina, nope, she's on. I know
She's
she
down at
is.
the bottom on the green.
And then
Yep,
Ed
she's on.
says, I don't see myself.
Ed, because Ed just logged in a second ago. Ed, have you been on the whole time? Because I didn't see you, that's why. Okay, I could put Ed on.
All right, last chance, you guys.
Okay, that's the last and final. Anybody else?
Cross your fingers.
All right,
Okay,
you
here we
guys.
go, guys.
This is for the laser marketing session.
And you'll get a custom one-on-one session with me. So let's go ahead and spin the raffle. I see Coach Q crossing his fingers.
I see Chandra. No, it would be Shashil Chandra.
Are you
Right.
here still?
Chandra?
Show your face if you're here. You have to be here to redeem.
Yeah,
the
you
prize.
have to be here to win.
Not sure that is Sandra still here?
Also, here's like.
No, she's not.
Oh, she's not. Okay, then she can't win. Okay,
Uh-oh.
we're gonna, sorry.
So remove her and we'll do the next one.
Okay, let's go. Here we go.
And if you're here, show your camera and
Hannah Douglas, are you
Hannah
on
Douglas.
the call?
is Hannah still here? You have to show your face and claim your prize. I see her on here, but you got to come on and say, Hannah, are you still
Hannah?
there? All right, Hannah, I don't think she's on here still.
Okay, then I'm gonna remove Hannah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, going. All right. Who knew it'd be so hard to win? All right, guys, here we go.
And
For
Kimberly,
the last and for the last and final, let's hopefully we get a winner. Well, I think Coach Q was on earlier, right?
Coach Q. All right, he was on here. He was hoping to win, and you were there. All right,
Coach,
guys. Coach Q. So you were here, right? So I'll connect
Yes.
with you after about redeeming that prize.
oh, okay, good, because I knew he was on. Okay.
I want to take a screenshot of all the happy faces here, and you guys will get off your blank Zoom screen and show me your faces. So let me see if you guys can get on here.
Let's get.
So I see most people. I can't see everyone on the screen, but I'm going to go ahead and just screenshot who's here and go ahead and wave. And I'm also going to put you guys on my Instagram stories. So I'm going to have you guys be excited. All right, you guys, we are wrapping up our first webinar with Escrow Options Group. Did you guys have a good time today? And I think everyone's muted, but it looks like they've seen their thumbs up. If you missed today, we will be back next Monday at 11 a.m. for Marketing Monday for advanced Facebook strategies. Join me then. And I thank you all so much for joining here as well. I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to do one more screenshot and take a picture of it. Always got to get the social media option or the social media option. Let me turn off this light. Bad lighting here. All right, thank you guys so much for joining. That's all I have for you today. I will end the recording, but stick around for extra Q&A. If Escrow Options Group has anything else to say before I stop the recording, let us know right now.
I just want to say on behalf of Escrow Options Group, thank you so much, Melody. It was great. Thank you for all of our real estate agents that showed up and took the time to grow your business. So thanks, guys. Ali or Tom, want to say anything?
Anything else?
We all
Make sure you
Yeah.
join us next week and,
Yes, I
and
was
bring
going
a
to say the
friend.
same thing. Make sure
Yes.
you join next week. Register for all the events. They all have to be separated for registration. So register for every single one. Bring a friend. Maybe you'll even get an extra little prize if you bring a friend next week.
Oh yeah, we can incorporate that in. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Melodie Tao here with Marketing Melodie, Marketing Your Way to Success, and I will see you in the next one. I'm going to stop the recording, but I will still stay on.
Thank you.